All right. Good morning. Happy Saturday. This is your day 44, 45 days to adulting. And today we are going to talk about this little beautiful silicone item that I have here. Some of you might know what it is. If you do, comment in the box below. Some of you might not. So, big part of adulting, knowing your body and taking care of your body in a way that makes sense to you. A big part of being a woman, if you get your period, is getting your period and bleeding every month. Okay, now I've put a few hints out there. If you haven't guessed what this is yet, this is essentially a replacement to a tampon. So this is called a menstrual cup, and it's a really wonderful alternative to tampons and pads and anything else that you might use when you get your period. And I just got mine for the very first time at 29 years old last week, which is a little bit embarrassing because I have known about these for a long time, but frankly, I didn't know enough about them to feel comfortable using them. And so I see this as a gap of knowledge. It feels really basic, but actually, if I had known more, I think I would have done it sooner. So why are these awesome? Single or not single use. You can use them over and over again. They're reusable. So you clean it and then you use it again. So in terms of environmental impact, they're amazing. In terms of comfort, they literally just go inside of you. Unlike a tampon, they don't have a string that hangs out that gets in the way when you know what. And yeah, they're just all sorts of different types. You can find ones that are shaped like bigger or smaller. So if you've had a baby, you might need a bigger one. Or just based on your body type, you might need a bigger one or a smaller one. So I'm just going to demonstrate a few things. So if you're curious, this is what happens when you put it in. So you normally fold it up like this. So this is one way to fold it. And I'm going to stick it inside your vagina. Other way to fold it is you push it in half and then you fold it in half again, kind of like quarters. But I find that to be harder because it's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit harder to get comfortably inside your vagina. So you push it down here and then fold it there. And then it makes a nice little bit smaller. Yeah, and then you can wear it for twice as long as a tampon because it literally fills up like a little cup. So you can just imagine how much are you bleeding, how much time does that take, and then you take it out and dump it into the toilet, and then you wash it. And once a month you should boil it before you ever use it for the first time. Boil it in hot water. It won't melt or anything. It's silicone, so you keep it nice and sanitary. And the thing that I really found interesting and a little bit strange is the suction aspect, which some of you might know about, some of you might not. But once you get it in, it kind of gets suctioned up inside of you, which creates a seal, so it's not going to leak, which is wonderful. But you really have to work your way to make sure enough air can get inside of the cup so then it does suction on. So that's something I had to learn how to do. It's how to position it so it actually opens up from this folded state to a nice cup and would suction. And then the other part is when you go to pull it out, it can feel like it's tugging your insides out of your body. Okay, obviously this is not a paid ad for menstrual cups because I'm being way too honest. But if you kind of go up in there and you, again, release the seal, let some air get in, then it'll release the suction. So those are the tips and the knowledge that I have about menstrual cups. It's about $40. So once you buy one, it's maybe 4 months until you've paid it off in terms of how much you would have been spending on tampons otherwise. You spend about $10 a month. I'm really curious to know, do you guys use menstrual cups? What is your experience? What are your tips? Let's crowdsource some knowledge. I know this maybe feels like a non-adulting topic, but that's the point. People don't talk about how to take care of yourself and your body, especially for women. We have so much stuff. And there are ways to feel better about all of it. So this is just one option, not the necessarily right one for you, but worth trying, worth knowing about. All right, guys, that is your Go Big or Go Home Saturday morning, 45 Days to Adulting, Day 44 edition. Please follow, share, spread the word about this series. I want to know what you guys want to talk about. We can go as far, as deep, as shallow, wherever, right, left, up, down, over, under. And tomorrow we have a guest coming, Maddie. So Maddie's going to come on and share some of her best tips on adulting with you all. So definitely tune in for that. 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central. Bye, guys.